let's wrap this up with Mzwai. I'm still with him in studio. And Mzwai, one would say the big three, the deployment of the SANDF, we're looking at the water crisis, is going to chair the crisis committee. And then apart from the task teams, of course, let's look at now the specialized courts that are going to deal with the issues of the tenders. Did it hit the right notes, or was it a regurgitation?
Well, I would say it may have hit the right notes. And I think the kind of energy and perhaps the kind of decisiveness that was coming through in the speech, it would really be interesting to see it replicated by action. Because many of the things that he said, yes, we may have known about some of them, but how he came across as somebody who is ready to do something. In fact, the fact that he has decided to deploy the soldiers to fight gang violence tells you that perhaps there is a political will that is being backed by action. I think South Africans would also expect something similar or the same when it comes to issues like water, like local government, like exactly those costs that you are speaking about. So yes, as we say, the proof is in the pudding. But so far, it does appear that he appeared a bit more determined, perhaps, to tackle the issues. Many of the issues, of course, we know about, he has spoken about, and how it will be done going forward will be one to watch.
Some would say these are things that they've been waiting for quite some time, and could they be wrong if they say campaigning is in full swing?
Well, I think the election is probably around November. Perhaps we're still a bit too far from there. But of course, not lost on us is that this will be an election year, and certain things must be done. But obviously, whether there's an election or no election, so the services to the people still needs to be delivered, and quality services still needs to be delivered. So if then certain things won't be done because an election is coming whilst people are suffering, it means we are not delivering on the mandate. And remember, this election, Bongi, is the election of local government. So as the national government, they have a term, they have about 3 years, is it 3.5 or even 4 years, because the next election, national election, is only in 2029. So they have the responsibility, they have the mandate to do what they're supposed to do. If, as the national government, they realize that at a local level something is not happening, it's their responsibility. Because, I mean, as much as we have different elections in South Africa, I can tell you, even local elections are decided by national elections, by national issues.
And as a final one, then, Mzwai, I mean, they talk about the commitment to end load reduction, right? But earlier on, when the minister was speaking to Ayanda, he said they're committing to ending it at the end of November. But then October, pardon me. But now the president is speaking about next year. So I don't know, which is it?
Yeah, I think what they are doing, they are playing a very careful game. I think Minister Ramaphosa is a bit more hopeful. Perhaps he is also an engineer, so he probably has a better insight. But of course, the president wouldn't want to be seen to make promises and cometh the time he's not able to fulfill. So play it safe, but so that when it happens, end of October, is we told you, we're actually ahead of the schedule.
All right, so it will be cometh the hour, cometh the man. Let's see then if it is indeed to be. So that's how we wrap up. In fact, what has been Simpiwe, quite the day, It has been quite the day, you know, for colleagues here from behind the scenes to us here as we sit trying to make sense of the developments in South Africa. But nonetheless, it has been quite an eventful day, and a number of South Africans potentially have missed it. Some of them who are at work may have missed some of the highlights of the day, which is why we are deciding to end it off with a special montage, so you can just get some of the critical moments of the day and you can take it all in. And from us here at the City Hall, it's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night.